Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the South Node Conjunct Midheaven, or MC, in a natal horoscope. As most of you know, the South Node is associated with what we generally will strongly emphasize or accentuate often in the first half of our lives. And we look at the South Node, it can be a place of redundancy, as what I refer to it as. Hit around age 30 or so, it becomes somewhat monotonous, and then at that point in time we often divert to the North Node, while not necessarily eradicating the South Node energy completely, but merely integrating it at least somewhat with the North Node. Now the Midheaven, or MC, is connected with our career, our livelihood, it's our ambitions, it's associated with notoriety, the public image, supervisors, superiors, people of authority. It often is, it's the dominant parent, which would often be the father in most cases. Well, anyway, let me get started. The first thing is, somebody has the South Node conjunct the MC or Midheaven. It could indicate that maybe there's some issues with security associated with the career and notoriety. Maybe this person may have to learn that they may not be able to get all the attention or accolades or recognition they're looking for in connection with their career. It could be somewhat of a distortion of energy. You might see this person that has this might vacillate between really wanting recognition in their career or credit for their achievements, and go through periods where maybe they feel they're asking maybe too much, or maybe at some time they may say, well, maybe I'm not getting enough. So we look at this too. It could indicate that there might be an overemphasis, perhaps maybe on wanting to be some position of authority, or a supervisor, or being in some leadership capacity in connection with their job. Look at this too, and sometimes it could indicate maybe there are some problems with perhaps the dominant parent, the father, or something related to their career, perhaps maybe due to the fact there might be an overemphasis, or this person might be accentuating things maybe too more with their career than what is necessary, and it might what could happen is people with this placement have the North Node would be conjunct the IC, or fourth house, which indicates that in the latter part of the life, usually like around after age 30 approximately, that the person would put more emphasis on the home, and maybe perhaps things at home, whether literally or figuratively, need reparation. Maybe there might be some relationship or one or more that needs to be restored with the family, or perhaps this person might become involved with doing maybe some work at home, or doing like something work in connection with home, such as home repair, renovation, or plumbing, or home decoration, or there might be repairs at home that need to be worked on literally, such as plumbing, for example. And look at this too, and if the say the conjunction from the South Node to the MC or Midheaven comes from the 10th house, this would further emphasize this need for the career, and emphasizing maybe an overemphasis on this in the first part of the life generally. If it's coming from the 9th house, there'll be a little bit more perhaps an emphasis on long journeys, and perhaps higher education, a little bit more in, well, that would be a little bit more blended in with the description, but there will still be a strong emphasis on the career due to the fact you would have the conjunction. So, and also it depends on what sign is in that conjunction. If you have say Gemini in that conjunction with the South Node to the MC or Midheaven, there might be a strong emphasis on some career that involves a lot of talking, being very loquacious in communication. It could be anything from broadcasting, maybe doing something with the internet, maybe perhaps some kind of communications on the internet, data communications, writing. We look at this as well, and if somebody has displacement, they may have perhaps some problems to some degree with authority figures. It might be some compatibility issues to some degree. But what happens is when we go into the latter part of the person's life, and generally about age 30 and after, as I stated before, the home, things connected with home, emotional security, the family, and will be strongly emphasized. The fourth house is also associated with the latter, I guess we could say, the latter part of life and that end period of the life. Not necessarily death, but it's that end period of life. And there'll be this person may likely be able to incorporate that emphasis on the career and make the right preparations and premeditating, planning ahead well for their end of life, such as being able to save up for some kind of retirement plan or something of that nature. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the South Node Conjunct Midheaven, or MC, in a natal horoscope. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about the South Node sextile or trine the Midheaven or MC in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.